In the previous video, we installed the Netpeaker Netbox plugin, and right now we want to explore the capabilities of this plugin more. So first, we have to understand what this plugin is capable of. Basically, this plugin is capable of connecting to devices from Netpeaker and also getting configuration backups and run and execute automation jobs. So the first thing you want to do is connect your Netbox to your Netpeaker instance. And in order to do so, you go to settings, you put in your API URL, which is going to be your Netpeaker instance. You choose your tenant, mine is default, and also generate an API key from Netpeaker. Once you do that, you are able to test the API. Mine is successful, so I know that I can read the data from Netpeaker without any problem. Now, if I go to devices, my devices from Netpeaker should be here. In order to double check, I'll go to Netpeaker, and sure enough, the devices are present here, the ones that we just imported. Now go back here. Now, the first thing I want to show you is what happens if we have any of these devices already set up in Netbox. If I have, for example, this device set up in Netbox, I can go to the devices section, click on the device and see the config backup and also config difference or diff. So let me show you, I have a couple of these devices already in Netbox. So if I go to devices, if I click on iOS XR, again from the DevNet sandbox, these two tabs are added because we've installed the plugin. If I click on backups, click one of them, for example, this one, either from here or I have the ability to download, but I will click to see right from in my browser. And this is exactly the output of the show run in this case. Now I'll go back. I can see the change history or config diff, and they are denoted by two different colors. So I know what was deducted, what was added. Now I can also search through these configuration texts. Now, if I go to Netpeaker, go to config search, if I, for example, type in NTP, it'll show me all the occurrences, all the matches that we can find from all the backups on all the devices, right? Now I can see that NTP has indeed repeated many times in the configuration backups. And there are not only NTP commands, we can see that these are rather NTP server or client names. Now, the next interesting feature is the automation jobs. Well, automation jobs allow you to run configuration commands on the devices, but we can also do it right from Netbox without having to connect to or do it from Netpeaker. Obviously, we have to connect, but we can also do it from Netbox. From here, if I click on automation jobs, I can see all the automation jobs that are imported from Netpeaker. So you should have the automation jobs in Netpeaker as well. But right now I will click on maybe default NTP job. And from here, if I try to execute, I can select the device to execute the command on, the NTP server 1, NTP server 2. These are the variable names right here for the actual command. So we can complete the command and send it over to devices. Once that's complete, I can go to logs and see whether my job was successful or not. I can see many successful jobs and also a few failures. Now, if I click on this particular job with this ID, I can see that this was a success. And I can also see the log from the device as well. And also in the end, we do write memory so we can keep the configurations in the startup config. So that was about how to work with the Netpeaker Netbox plugin.